I hate my opponent. And I don't want the best for them. I'm sorry.
You know, golf is ironic. Most people watching this don't play and see it as a rich, white, elitist sport, which it is, and it isn't. And what you're about to see might seem to be about golf, but it's not. It's about honor and integrity, and why those two things are pulling a disappearing act here in the U.S. There's this thing called the Ryder Cup, and it pits America's top golfers against Europe's best. This year it was held right outside of New York City, and the Europeans were underdogs, and the American team had the best player in the world. The American team was cheered on by Trump, who attended wearing golf shoes like he might be asked to play, which he never would, and we'll get to that. So Trump set the stage by saying this is going to be a display of American might over the weak and woke Europeans, thus putting added pressure on his Trump legion of professionals, led by this moron, Bryson DeChambeau, who was fist-pumping all day, getting the Trump loudmouths crazy. Even the U.S. captain told his team, we're going to kick their fucking asses. And then this happened.
And Shane Lowry has done it. Europe pulls off one of the biggest upsets on U.S. soil.
That six-footer by Shane Lowry clinching the win for Europe. They needed just 2 points on Sunday. The U.S. made it interesting by almost sweeping the singles matchups, though. The U.S. was down all weekend. The crowd took out their frustrations on the European players.
Yeah, the underdog European team destroyed the Americans on Saturday, and despite amazing performances, the American squad couldn't rally enough on Sunday to overcome it. That should have been the story about the Sunday comeback, but it wasn't. It was because of these assholes. You see, the real story was the behavior of the American Ryder Cup fans. Boorish, unimaginative, unknowledgeable, uninspired, embarrassing, and generally pathetic. They're on track to be remembered as one of the worst crowds in sports history. And oh yeah, they were cheering Trump. On Saturday and Sunday, we saw the face of ugly Americans screaming obscenities, mostly at Ireland's Rory McIlroy, who is generally a favorite on the PGA Tour in the States and who treats fans with respect. But after American fans began screaming obscenities at him about his wife, his mother, and his country, and then yelling as he was set up over the ball, Rory had this to say.
Yeah, Rory McIlroy says some of the behavior was over the line.
I think golf should be held to a higher standard than what was seen out there this week.
Crowd was all over the place, right? This weekend, they were criticized for verbal abuse toward a lot of the players, much of it towards Rory. He says some of the verbal abuse was also directed at his wife.
And then, when a fan threw a drink and hit Rory's wife in the head, this after Europe had already clinched, McIlroy stormed the fans and started throwing punches. I'm kidding. He remained composed and left the area.
Footage from the 17th green showed a shocking moment as fans threw a cup toward Rory McIlroy's wife, Erica, from the stands. McIlroy was seen wiping something from her hat and asking if she was okay, in a moment that mixed worry with tenderness, all while surrounded by angry crowds and heavy security around Team Europe. Things escalated so much that organizers had to call in police to keep order, with many labeling it a truly toxic Ryder Cup day. McIlroy had to deal with the heckle of the tournament as a U.S. fan started making mocking gestures with his mouth in his direction.
And after this amazing upset, as one might imagine, the Europeans celebrated. And to my point, they knew where this behavior began.
Are you watching? Are you watching? Are you watching? Are you watching Donald Trump? Are you watching Donald Trump?
Golf is unique in two ways. Like tennis, it's just you out there. But unlike tennis or any other sport, it's up to you to penalize yourself. That's right. For example, if you're standing over the ball, ready to hit, and the ball moves, it's up to you to point it out and declare a penalty in a situation no one else saw or would ever know. And if you're a pro, it could cost you millions of dollars if you lose because of that. Now, of course, you can see why this idea may not resonate with MAGA and MAGA golfers especially. Trump and his followers, like the world's #1 golfer Scottie Scheffler and doofus Bryson DeChambeau, were hugging Fat Donnie and speaking of the pedo president adoringly, which leads me to one of two conclusions. Trump's followers are naturally corrupt and without principle, or they're excruciatingly stupid, or maybe both.
I love the poorly educated.
Why am I being so harsh? Because Trump cheats and lies about everything. Forget about his lies about the current spate of mass shootings, 5 in 72 hours, where some lunatic shot some people then burned down the church. Trump is inciting violence against Americans.
I couldn't care less.
By claiming Democrats are behind behind these attacks when it's obvious they're not. So it makes sense that his cabal of mouth-breathing junior high graduates would show up at an event designed to showcase the world's best golfers and turn it into an ugly American spewing venom at really solid people. You know how bad it was? Even this twat criticized the fans. This is Brian Kilmeade, who a couple weeks back called for homeless people to be euthanized.
Billions of dollars to mental health and the homeless population. A lot of them don't want to take the programs. A lot of them don't want to get the help that is necessary. You can't give them a choice. Either you take the resources that we're going to give you, or you decide that you're going to be locked up in jail. That's the way it has to be now.
Or involuntary lethal injection or something. Just kill them. Or something. Just kill them.
Now, this same dude is saying the fans' behavior was unforgivable.
So Team USA lost, guys, but the comeback is the real story. They almost won after it looked like there was no way they were going to be able to pull it off.
And the setting was beautiful. The course was great. The behavior of the fans was embarrassing. I just find out embarrassing. I'm not saying you have to act like it's every golf tournament. We got to be quiet. I know you got to get into the team aspect, but you don't have to be obscene.
Yeah,
throw a beer bottle.
That's crazy.
Or a beer can at Roy's wife.
Banned, period.
Yeah, and no expletives. Just, show respect. You can cheer. I mean, that's what you get. I mean, it's not a football game. Not that it's ever okay in a football game, but it's embarrassing. I mean, they like the idea of being on a team and fighting for your country, and I get that. Yeah. But for the fans, don't show up so drunk that you can't explain your own behavior. And that seems to be what happened.
And don't scream cuss words at the players.
Control yourself.
Yeah.
Right.
This guy needs a little bit of perspective.
Just kill him. Something. Just kill him.
Look, all you have to know about this sport is this. The game shows the world who you are. Before Arnold Palmer would broker a business deal, he would take the person out to golf. And no matter who you are, after 4.5 hours of trying to direct a small ball over 400 yards into a 4-inch wide cup, you're going to be frustrated. And how you act in those trying times will define you. So back to Trump. Everyone knows that Trump lies and cheats about politics, as I said. But how could golfers befriend a man who is hiding his involvement in child sexual assaults?
Seriously, we need to release the Epstein list.
Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein?
And threatens the lives of innocent, undocumented American workers.
I couldn't care less.
Oh yeah, and he cheats at the game they claim to revere.
A now viral clip from Saturday shows Trump approaching a bunker at Turnberry in his golf cart. But it's what happened next that raised eyebrows. Behind him, a man in a red vest, reportedly his caddy, can be seen tossing a golf ball into the light rough, just near the bunker.
You claim right here you have met him.
Yeah, I've met him a lot.
You've played golf with him.
I played golf with him.
He claims...
I actually played golf with him with Anthony Anderson one day.
Gotcha.
And we were all playing together, and we clearly saw him hook a ball into a lake at Trump National in Jersey. And his caddy told him he found it.
Now, was the caddy soaking wet when he said this?
No, he was not. Yeah, he just took off running, and next thing you know, I got it, Mr. Trump!
Look, obviously not all Americans are like the rude and boorish cock wranglers at the Ryder Cup. Americans in general are strong and honorable, but that's not enough anymore. Democrats and never-Trump Republicans and 90 million Americans who didn't vote, it's on you now. As Trump threatens to send federal troops to arrest and even use lethal force against those of us who will protest his vile and reprehensible acts, we can't do it without the rest of you. Because unopposed, those disgusting Trump crowds will grow out of control.
Hillary Clinton, I didn't say lock her up.
Lock her up is right.
You know, there's this thing in golf called a mulligan, which means you get a do-over when you fuck up. But just like in professional golf and in real life and in the rest of the world, you only get one chance. Because in real life, baby, there are no mulligans.
Goddamn right.
It's sitting on my desk.
Seriously, we need to release the Epstein list.
I couldn't care less. Smart people don't like me. Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein?
We will absolutely target you.
Do you have no shame?
Are you not entertained?
Who are you talking to?
I could be a stupid person.
Trump admitted he knew Epstein for 15 years.
Talking about Jeffrey Epstein?
I'm sorry, man.
You're a nasty person.
It's not fair.
I couldn't care less.
They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
I don't want to talk about this stuff.
Am I wrong?
Yes!
Tick-tock!
You're in a lot of trouble, Donnie.
I think he's crazy.
I'm Chip Franklin.